Do you ever start watching a show, and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you're still glued to the screen? Yeah, that's what crime dramas do best. Today, I'm breaking down the 10 best crime dramas to binge. Shows that grab you with their twists, characters, and all-out suspense. Let's get into it. At number 10, we have Snowfall, a powerful crime drama that explores the explosive rise of the crack cocaine epidemic in 1980s Los Angeles. The series centers on Franklin Saint, a smart but determined teenager who starts dealing crack to escape poverty and build a better life. It also explores the dark underbelly of political and government involvement, especially through the character of Teddy McDonald, a CIA operative. What makes Snowfall really stand out is its ability to show how this drug crisis wasn't just about crime, it reshaped communities and had lasting social impact. The storytelling is raw and gripping, with layers of political conspiracy, personal ambition, and tragedy all woven together. If you want a crime drama that's intense, thought-provoking, and rooted in real history, Snowfall is a perfect binge. Coming in at number 9 is Fargo, a crime drama inspired by the Coen brothers' cult classic film. Each season tells a new story set against the backdrop of the snowy Midwest, mixing dark crime, twisted plots, and offbeat humor in a way few shows can pull off. What makes Fargo so unique is how it balances the bleak and the bizarre. You get chilling murders and intense crime drama, but also quirky, memorable characters and moments of unexpected comedy. The writing is sharp, the dialogue often witty, and the storytelling expertly weaves suspense with dark humor. Every season introduces a fresh cast and storyline, but all share that signature tone, morally complex characters trapped in escalating chaos, where even small decisions have huge consequences. If you love your crime dramas with a mix of suspense, style, and a little bit of dark humor, Fargo is an absolute must-watch. At number 8 is Ozark, where Marty Byrde, a financial advisor, scrambles to fix a massive money laundering mess by moving his family to the remote Ozarks. What starts as a desperate attempt to stay alive quickly turns into a high-stakes game of manipulation and survival, with Marty and his wife Winnie constantly walking a tightrope between danger and control. What makes Ozark stand out is the way it portrays the slow unraveling of a seemingly ordinary family forced into criminal chaos. The show is less about action-packed shootouts and more about psychological tension. Every conversation, every decision carries weight and risk. Plus, the setting itself, the eerie, mist-covered lakes and small-town secrets, adds an atmospheric edge that's almost a character in its own right. If you want a crime drama that's as much about strategy and family dynamics as it is about crime, Ozark delivers a dark, addictive binge. At number 7, we have Dexter, a crime drama with a unique twist. Its main character is a forensic blood spatter analyst who's also a vigilante serial killer. Dexter Morgan lives by a strict code. He only targets other killers, making him one of TV's most morally complex antiheroes. The show keeps you hooked by exploring Dexter's double life, his struggle to balance his dark urges with his desire for a normal family, and the question, can someone who kills be a hero? The tension is constant, with Dexter walking a razor-thin line between justice and murder, all while trying to keep his secrets hidden. Dexter stands out because it dives deep into the psychology of its lead character, making viewers question their own ideas about right and wrong. If you're into crime dramas that challenge you morally and emotionally, this one's a must-watch. At number 6, we've got Sons of Anarchy, a gritty crime drama centered around an outlaw motorcycle club navigating crime, loyalty, and family in the small town of Charming, California. The show dives deep into the life of Jax Teller, the club's vice president, who's constantly torn between protecting his family and dealing with the violent realities of the club's illegal business. The series explores Jax's complicated relationships with his mother, stepfather, and longtime club members, all while facing threats from rival gangs, law enforcement, and internal betrayals. Over 7 seasons, Sons of Anarchy masterfully blends brutal action with emotional storytelling, showing how loyalty, family, and power collide in dangerous ways. It's a show about more than motorcycles and crime. It's about the cost of living by your own code, the sacrifices you make for family, and the question of whether you can ever truly escape your past. For anyone who loves layered characters and high-stakes drama, this series is a must-watch. At number 5, we've got Narcos, a fast-paced and addictive crime drama based on the real-life rise and fall of some of the world's most powerful drug cartels. The first 2 seasons focus on the infamous Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar, chronicling how he built his billion-dollar cocaine empire and the global chaos that followed. What makes Narcos so compelling is the way it blends dramatization with historical footage and real-world context. You see how Escobar went from a small-time smuggler to one of the most feared and strangely charismatic criminals in the world. But it's not just about him. The show also follows the DEA agents trying to bring him down, showing both sides of the war on drugs with gritty realism. Later seasons shift focus to the Cali cartel and then Narcos Mexico, exploring the roots of the Mexican drug war. With intense storytelling, layered characters, and the constant threat of violence and betrayal, Narcos delivers a gripping look at the true cost of power in the criminal underworld. Number 4 is The Wire, a show that doesn't just explore crime, it dissects an entire city. Set in Baltimore, The Wire starts as a cat-and-mouse game between police investigators and a powerful drug organization. But it quickly evolves into something much bigger, peeling back the layers of the city's institutions, from the police force and the school system to the media, politics, and the working class. The brilliance of The Wire lies in its realism. The characters feel like real people, not TV cliches. You've got complex characters, slow-burning stories, and honest portrayals of how systems fail the people they're supposed to protect. It's not the most fast-paced show, but if you give it time, it pays off in a big way. The Wire doesn't just tell a story. It shows you a city, from the corners to the boardrooms. Characters like Jimmy McNulty, Stringer Bell, Omar Little, they're not just memorable. They're deeply human, each with their own flaws, motivations, and contradictions. If you're looking for a crime drama with real depth, The Wire is essential. Taking the number 3 spot is Peaky Blinders, a stylish, violent, and incredibly addictive crime drama set in post-World War I Birmingham, England. The show follows Tommy Shelby, a war veteran turned ruthless gang leader, as he builds his family-run criminal empire from the ground up. From illegal betting to political power plays, Peaky Blinders is all about ambition, betrayal, and survival in a brutal world. What makes it so binge-worthy isn't just the plot, it's the atmosphere. The cinematography is slick, the soundtrack is bold and modern, and every episode feels like a movie. And then there's Cillian Murphy. His performance as Tommy is cold, calculated, and magnetic. The show evolves season by season, taking the Shelby family from street-level gangsters to major political players, all while dealing with rival mobs, the IRA, communists, fascists, you name it. It's not just a gangster drama, it's a full-blown epic. If you want sharp writing, unforgettable characters, and a crime series with serious style, Peaky Blinders delivers. And number 2 is The Sopranos, a show that didn't just redefine the crime genre, it redefined television. The series follows Tony Soprano, a New Jersey mob boss who tries to balance 2 very different lives. One is the head of a violent criminal organization, and the other as a husband and father dealing with panic attacks and emotional turmoil. What sets The Sopranos apart is how it dives into the psychological weight of being a criminal leader. A lot of the show takes place in Tony's therapy sessions, where we get a brutally honest look at his anger, guilt, paranoia, and deep insecurity. And yet, despite everything he does, the lies, the violence, you find yourself drawn to him. The storytelling is layered, slow-burning, and full of moral ambiguity. No character is safe, nothing is predictable, and everything means something. This show paved the way for modern antiheroes and prestige TV. Without The Sopranos, shows like Breaking Bad or Ozark might not exist. If you want a crime drama that's deep, dark, smart, and still holds up decades later, The Sopranos is essential viewing. And at number 1, of course, Breaking Bad. This isn't just a top-tier crime drama. It's one of the greatest shows of all time. It all starts with Walter White, a mild-mannered chemistry teacher who's hit with a terminal cancer diagnosis. Struggling with money and a bruised ego, he partners with former student Jesse Pinkman to cook and sell meth. But what begins as a desperate plan quickly turns into something much darker. Walt doesn't just try to provide for his family. He starts to enjoy the power and eventually transforms into the fearsome drug kingpin known as Heisenberg. And then there's Hank, Walt's brother-in-law, a tough DEA agent unknowingly hunting the very man sitting across from him at family dinners. Their cat-and-mouse dynamic adds another layer of tension, especially as the truth slowly starts to unravel. Breaking Bad isn't just a crime story. It's a powerful journey into how far someone will go when pushed to the edge. It's gripping, brutal, and beautifully crafted, leaving a mark that few shows ever achieve. And that's our countdown of the top 10 crime dramas of all time to binge. Whether you're into gritty realism, complex characters, or high-stakes drama, these shows have something for every crime drama fan. Which one's your favorite? And do we miss any must-watch series? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.